Hey guys, Grassman here. You thought I was done in this game, didn't you? Nah, I'm not done. Also, hang on a second, I want to make sure this is recording my audio. Yeah, I'm not done with this game. Yeah, so what happened? So what actually happened, I'm not done with the game. I just took forever to keep watching the videos to get enough points to actually be able to play it. But now we have 80, so we should be able to get through at least 2 of these things. We're not choosing the voiced I don't want to risk hearing what that is in the first place. But we have enough to keep playing without being completely stupid. However, John is stupid naturally, so we'll have to see what happens. Was his name John? I forget what his name was. I think his name was John. John's an imbecile. Press my undying love. I promise, there's nothing between me and Chica. Promises don't hold a lot of value in today's world, bud. How are you gonna back that promise up? Hell, the only reason she's on my back at all is because she sprained her ankle. Oh. Why hell? How does that add here? Explain it genuinely. She'll be able to ask Chica herself. What is it? Like, hell, the only reason she was on my back is because she sprained my ankle. Sprained her ankle. I just don't see how that adds anything here. Oh yeah, his name is John, there we go. And she looks surprised. She did? Well, yeah, you couldn't have known. Do you really think I'd be carrying anyone if I didn't have to? Well, was she yelling at us last time? I don't remember. Hang on. Barely slept at all. I just need to see. Okay. This sounds loud. Where is this? We weren't fighting, were we? This is dependent on something. Weren't as sure me as I thought. Let me feel pretty insecure. I barely slept at all last night. No, she just felt like insecure. Do you really think I'd be carrying anyone around if I didn't have to? We weren't fighting. Like, there's no reason to not just explain the situation. Like, she was kind of, like, genuinely asking, like, were you into me? And, like, the way John is stupid, right? So it's a very logical thing for Ecchi to think that, like, maybe we were just an idiot, didn't realize, and she didn't realize we didn't realize, or we didn't realize and she didn't something. And then, like, it doesn't seem bad story writing. I'll chalk it up to that. Edgy Eagles. Well, at the same time, you are kind of making a joke. I just don't. I feel like standing outside in the rain isn't the time to be joking around, you know? Maybe, like, invite her in, dry her off, and then start joking. Now is, like, seems like relatively serious. I guess jokes are gonna be to break up the seriousness. Not what I would do, not a flawed strategy, I suppose. Her scrawny arms probably couldn't carry more than a block. Hey, well, I knew she would never do anything. I would never do anything behind your back. Ecchi. She closes her eyes for a few seconds and takes a long deep breath. You're still out. You want to come in? You're out in the rain. John, now is the time to, like, invite her in, repair for what happened yesterday. She's out in the rain still. I'm relieved. Honestly, I was scared that I was doing something wrong. Or that you just got tired of me. Was John doing that bad a job? Like, with the interaction that happened in the bedroom and the bathroom, right? Like, with what happened? If we were, like, showing proper, like, facial emotions, there's no way she could, like, think of that, unless she's being over the word, which is a possibility. We don't know how John is with facial expressions. To be fair, it could still be John's just a moron, right? Jean Morin. Yeah, was that it? Jean Morin. Remember? Half French accent, John Morin. He could just be really bad at facial expressions. Ecchi. Turn, take her hands in mine. Her eyes wide and locking onto mine as we begin to speak. I'm sorry. You're such an idiot for not realizing your feelings sooner. I mean, her dad was there, right? We left for, like, a good reason. Like, why did Ecchi even feel, like, insecure, like we didn't love her? Like, we left because her dad showed up, right? I just don't... I mean, apologizing is the right thing to do regardless. Even if it's not our fault, apologizing is the correct thing to do in this case. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that there's no one who could ever come between us. Well, John, you... Where do they live? Is this Japan? Wait. I mean, what? John, you sound about the age you could be drafted into the military any day, you know? Whether you're in Japan or United States, World War III could be around the corner, John. You never know. There's no... Well, technically, the war's not at one, but Putin's a person. If Putin starts World War III, Putin could come between you, John. Don't be making promises and then saying things that aren't true, John. Said it before, but I want to tell you again. I love you, Ecchi Uzaki? Did we ever know her last name before? More than anything, I can never get tired of you. Quite the opposite, actually. Every time I see you, hear you, even think about you, my feelings for you grow stronger. That's just generally how psychology works, in all cases but siblings for whatever reason. And I believe that happens with most people and objects. Didn't mean to make you feel like I wasn't interested. If I'd known you felt the same way, I would have totally been on board. Well, actually, since your dad came home suddenly, maybe not. She lets a loud chuckle. There you go. That's a good way to handle that. Because it's like, again, like reinforcing there was a reason for it. Cause I'm still confused as to why Ecchi actually thought that. Like, I thought it was like a disjoint decision, like jump out the window is the better decision than like have dad come home with a boy in a room. Like, I feel like that's not gonna end well. And of course the jokes again, always good. That's not the point. I love you and I'll say it. Oh my god. I love you and I'll say it as many times as I need to if it'll make you even the slightest bit happier. I hate long sentences with strings of tiny words. We all know this, I speak in double time. It's incredibly hard to read lots of little words in double time. There's nothing I wouldn't do to see you happy, Ecchi. But, since I was dumb enough to let you feel this way in the first place, I know that just my words and that might not be enough. Where's John going with... See, normally I would think this is a good idea. John is not smart, though, and so this can't end well. Oh dear God, what's he gonna do? I'll do anything you want me to if it'll prove my love. Even if the rain was made of acid, I'd strip down and run through the streets if you told me. John... Let's let her snort and massive smile in the form of her lips. Okay, I guess fine, her humor style. I find that just weird, right? Like, I guess John would understand her humor style better. But I find that just like you dissolve your body into a melting puddle of mush for her. That's concerning, John. Right? Like, please don't do that. Please don't do anything like that ever. Yeah, that's the thing. If anyone's gonna get to see you naked, it's gonna be me. She laughs again, this time at her own remark. And as the laughter subsides, the big grin shrinks to a faint smirk. We're both quiet for the moment, as we listen to the sound of falling rain. This has gotten awkward. The chill of the storm's air only makes the warmth I get for Ecchi feel all the sweeter. I'm gonna burp. I'm fine. Maybe. We'll see. It might come back. Slowly we draw closer together. Her eyes flutter shut, as do mine. Is this a case where eyes would flutter? Like, nice use of adjectives there, writers, but... Like, think realistically, right? You're going in for the kiss. Whose eyes flutter shut before, like, just imagine that you're going in for the kiss and then... Like, you'd think they're having, like, a seizure suddenly. That's not really the case where eyes flutter. And in that warm, smoothing... Smoothing? That warm, soothing embrace we kiss. Yeah, I think I've come to the realization, I just suck at reading. I can think in 2x, and talk in 2x. But trying to read and then talk in 2x, I just can't do. I have, like, trouble speaking in French for the same reason, even more so. I need to slow down how fast I speak. This is not gonna end well for me. Like, this sounds more like a normal pace people would talk at, right? This sounds like how I hear people when I'm listening in 1x. Does this sound normal to you, compared to how I normally speak? In an instant, every bit of anxiety I felt a minute ago disappears. Whatever worry I held for a relationship is gone, overtaken by the sheer passion of our kiss. I know that, whatever happens, nothing can break us apart. Good job, John, you repaired your relationship. And even as the embrace comes to an end, the blissful feelings remain. She smiles sweetly at me as her foreheads touch. Oh, you're doing the weird, like, you pulled away from the kiss, but your forehead's... Ew. Why? I don't know. I don't get, like, the overly lovey stuff, right? I understand, like, showing affection, but there are points I feel it just gets weird. I don't need you to do anything to prove yourself, John. I believe you. And I love you too. Just my own issues causing problems. I'm so messed up, John. I honestly don't know what you see in me. Aside from my good looks, I mean. I snicker a little. Don't be so hard on yourself, Edgy. Love everything about you. I don't know if that's the right way to respond to that. What would I do there? Are we just back to, like, the normal music with, like, the rain in the background? Is that just, like... Yeah, that's just the rain of the normal music again. Oh yeah, sweet moment's over. I'm gonna start beating myself up again. We're still getting soaked in the rain, aren't we? We should really go inside. I feel like saying I love everything about you after she's just, like, said there's things about... Like, what did she say exactly? I'm so messed up, John. It's just my own issues. So she says she's having her own issues, and then we say we love everything about her. It just doesn't feel... Am I way overanalyzing this? I feel like I am. Am I like, way overanalyzing this? I feel like there's just I feel like there's no content besides, like, reading. I'm trying to, like, interject something. But it's all just, like, this is wrong, this is written wrong. Better way to say that. If I tried to list it all, we'd be here forever. Etchi puts on a bashful smile. Well, maybe I wouldn't mind if you did. Maybe over breakfast at the... What are we doing? If I tried to list it all, I'd be here forever. Okay. Maybe over breakfast at the cafe. I crack a grin at her suggestion. I'd love to. It was going to be a tight fit to snuggle up under one umbrella. Oh, we got her right. Right, we got an umbrella. Okay, so she's not currently being soaked by the rain. Good. Still, she should really still not be outside right now. It's exactly what I'm counting on. Like, with the pants she's wearing, or pants she's not wearing, right? Her legs are still getting wet, right? That's, like, still, she's still, like, losing body heat at an alarming rate. This is still not a good thing. My cheeks quickly grow hot at her suggested tone, which causes her to laugh at me. You're so easy to mess with. One stiff motion, she cups my face with both hands and presses her lips to mine. I knew topple in surprise, but quickly and eagerly returned to the embrace. Even if she's soaked by the rain, okay. So she is soaked by the rain. Dude, let her in the house. She's gonna get sick. I feel like the parent, right? Oh, come inside, you're gonna get sick, dear. Oh, my girlfriend close to my chest, hugging her tightly as we share a beautiful, passionate kiss. Sure, the whole neighborhood might be able to see us. No one's looking outside in this miserable weather, John, and you really shouldn't be out there at all. But that doesn't matter to me. Only Etchi does. It's all over, she takes a step back and playfully pushes me back in my house. Now go get dressed, you dork. Am I just wearing, like, pajamas still? You don't want to keep your girlfriend waiting. Oh, we're actually doing this. Okay. Buy some perfect... Good thing she, like... Good thing she, like, said you don't want to keep your girlfriend waiting, or I would have just, like, gone back inside and gotten dressed and not even realized. By some perfect coincidence, the clouds start to clear by the time we make it to the cafe. And as if we share in a wonderful morning meal together, the warmth of the sunlight clears away the rain. But what starts as a quick trip for breakfast quickly turns into an all-day affair. Does John have parents? Do John's parents just not care about where he is? Like, I don't know if I've told you this, I'm very much like a home person, right? Like, I don't go places with my friends, right? For me, it's like, go to school, come home, that's it. It's like pretty much the only time I'll even leave the house. Are there, like, actual places where, like, your parents just, like, you can disappear all day and your parents won't question it whatsoever? A visit to the flower gardens, a movie, and some time at the beach later, the sun is already on its way down. I guess you could do all that in a day. That's a lot to do in a day. You probably should have spent the day studying for our tests. That's a good point. You guys are, like, students still. At least John admits it, but neither of us really care. Well... Oh, look at that. John knowing what he's supposed to do, being responsible. Neither of us give a shit. The student in me suffers. Instead, we spend the day laughing. Well, I don't know. Laughing isn't important. You can't just spend all the time studying. Nonetheless, you should spend some time studying. And I don't think we've have we studied a single time since I've begun playing this game? I just still got that bullying teasing streak. Also, I should mention, technically you don't have to study. I should mention this, I don't study. Like, almost at all. I do a little bit. But, like, studying you don't really have to do. Unless, A, you're, like, studying for an exam when you haven't done the things for a long time, or B, if you don't understand the stuff. So, theoretically, if John and Ecchi both understand the things, they're fine. I just don't believe that John or Ecchi understand anything they're learning in school. Because at the very least, John's an idiot, and Ecchi doesn't seem too fussed. But that's one of the things I've grown to love. I wouldn't trade it. What are we talking about? Still got that bullying teasing streak. As long as it's, like, playful bullying. Hope you haven't grown to love actual bullying, John. Finally, as the sun is setting, are you sure you're gonna do this? Ecchi looks nervously but excited. More than ready, John. Okay, 2 possibilities. 1, it's pickle time. That sounded worse coming out of my mouth. 1, it's pickle time. 2, we're gonna study. Whoa. Ecchi pushes me back and pins me against the wall. Doesn't sound like it's study time. Been trying to get you naked this whole time. She grins wickedly at me. Her smile combined with the wall at my back. Can't help but feel pretty... like prey caught in her trap. And yet, that just makes it more exciting. It's been a long road to get to this point. Feel like prey caught in her trap, and yet that makes it more exciting. John... That's a weird fetish, John. But I'm glad we're finally going the distance. Isn't the man the one that's supposed to take the lead to this? Maybe. But I can't just let you have it. You want to take control, you gotta earn it. Is that so? In that case, grab hold of Ecchi's arm, pinning them to her side, and I lead into two kiss her deeply, yes. I don't know why I stopped so long for a random 2. Is there a to-2 or not to-2? As we start to make out, I lead my girlfriend step by step closer to the bed. And the closer we get, the more clothes we lose along the way. Very soon, she's the one that's pinned, and she looks at me with half-lidded, lustful eyes. I'm so ready for this. I love you, John. I love you too, Ecchi. Now and always. Good ending. Oh, that's it? I didn't realize it was so short. Try Ecchi's story to see different endings. Oh. Hang on, what's the sound? That Pornhub drums. Okay, well, I spent a lot of time grinding gems for nothing. So that's Ecchi Story. So we have... Okay, well this is 20 minutes, so I'll let you guys decide what you want to do. We have Aya's story as option 1, or we continue with Season 1 if you were doing, like... It's been so long since we were doing that. We continue with Season 1 where Ecchi's still a bully, and I think we were following along with Aya's there. I'm still not sure how exactly these are tied. I figure, like, the individual stories might be, like, what happens if you, like, get in a relationship with them from Season 1. But let me know if you want to do Aya or continue Season 1. Or stop playing the game altogether is also an option. But please don't make me stop. I've spent so long farming the gems, I don't want to end it here. Ah, yes, throw away multiple, well, not days, but multiple weeks of forgetting to open it, only to open it, waste 3 minutes, and then close it again. It wasn't that long, it was just annoying. It's slots, too. It takes quite a while to actually get a significant amount of gems, because it's slots. You get, like, 1 free win per day, but then every other time you have to go it 20, 30 times if you want another one. That's why it took so long, because it was either waste hours, or waste an hour, but it's spread up throughout, like, weeks, which is why it's been so long since this one. Should've just finished it then and there after I was a little bit... gotten less gen. If I known it was so close to the end. Well, I guess no nudity, but, we did achieve that. I still worry about their grades. There's no way they're passing these tests, if that's their opinion. Hopefully they can force themselves to study at some point. That being said, I should get back to my studying. I've got Lo-Fi Girl open on my, laptop. I got some more stuff to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to my content, if you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!